All righty, pick three of the Glance family. How you doing today? This is Mo Money Terry from St. Louis, Missouri, coming to you with the pick three for June the 28th, 2022 rundown for all states. This is for Missouri Evening Draw. Please like and subscribe and help my channel grow. All right, let's get started. All righty. More monetary. All right, bringing you to 368. It came June the 28th, Tuesday, June the 28th, 2022. Okay. I always tell you when the last time I drawed. Went back 2015, it hadn't been drawn. So that's how long it's been since that number been out straight like that. And that's what the premises of this system is what it do is let you be able to track numbers so you know what numbers to play, so you know when to play them and how to play them, and wouldn't be paying 368 for that amount of time. All right? Because if you pick that number, it's been a long time since as it's shown. Okay, and when I do, I use a simple 1-1 rundown for the whole pick three at a glance lottery system. It's one little rundown, one simple rundown that you can use. Many people use all different kind of rundowns to try to find out what number is going to come the next day. There's no system out there that's going to tell you definitely each time when a number is going to come each day. You have to use some type of tracking system, because these numbers here work by the law of average. By the law of average, all the numbers are going to rotate and change different positions. And that's what this system is based off. Just like years ago, a gentleman was smart enough to realize that cards in blackjack and 21 rotated. And what he did, he memorized the cards. And when the number got low, he knew that when the cards got low, that his odds had increased, and he would bet on the cards as they got lower, and he would bet heavy, and he would win. It got to the point that they banned him and other people that caught on to what he was doing off the boat, and they still ban him off today. They even changed the system. Instead of using one deck of cards to play blackjack, they used 5 decks of cards, but they still could memorize the cards. And they still was hurting them on the boats. So now they just banned them off the boats. Our system, this system here, pick three at a glance, works off the same principle. It works off the laws of average, where the numbers have to rotate. And as they rotate, we can see what numbers are left to play, and that's where we place our bets. That's how this system works, okay? And the 1-1 rundown is to help you to understand how to find the column and track the numbers down. Okay, so we're going to do the 1-1 rundown. We got, with the 1-1 rundown, and it's called 1-1 rundown because your top number is the number you use to do your rundown system, and the number underneath it is the number that hit that day, that midday or that evening, or it depends on how many draws you have in that state, in your state. Okay, so if you add 1 to 3, you get 4. You add 1 to 4, you get 5. You add 1 to 5, you get 6. You add 1 to 6, you get 7. You add 1 to 7, you get 8. Add 1 to 8, you get 9. You add 1 to 9, you get 10, but you just use the 0. You add 1 to 0, you get 1. You add 1 to 1, you get 2. You add 1 to 2, you get 3. That's how it does. It's easy. Just go straight down in order. Do the same thing with the 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get 10, but you just use 0. 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. Same here. 1 again to the 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get 0 again. You just use the 0 and not the 1. 1 to 0 is 1. 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 5 is 6. 1 to 6 is 7. And 1 to 7 is 8. The way you know that you added correctly is that you got the same number at the bottom that you have at the top. That's how you know you added correctly. All right. Now this 368 is called a straight because you got 6 different ways that these numbers can come, and that's what we call the rotation. These numbers, this number can be 368, it can be 386, it can be 638, it can be 683, it can be 836. 1 minute, let me make sure this is still playing. Okay. It can be 836, it can be 863. That's 6 different ways. That's how the numbers rotate. That's why you have to track to see how the numbers are falling and rotating, so you will know what numbers to play. If you're not tracking or have a tracking system or some type of way to track the numbers on PICK-3, you're missing the boat. You're only seeing a small picture of what's going on. If you're trying to hit numbers the next day, you need to see the whole picture of what's going on. Okay? Now, what we're going to do, once we've done this, we're going to find out what column this 368 would be under. And I know, because I put it together, I know that it would be under this 702, but it's going to show up on the master sheet as 027, okay? And the number is going to be, it's going to show as 863, because if you rotate this 368, which is right here, the 368 right here, if you rotate it to any of these numbers, the alternate number would change also. So if this 683 here, you'll see it on the 027. If any of these numbers change here, the alternate number change, but the 072 on the master sheet stays the same. Okay, so let's go to the master sheet. Master PICK-3 at a glance. Okay. All right. Let me check and make sure we're still recording. My phone's been acting up. Okay, here we go with so we know that we're looking, and it's going to be on the column 11. I did. I put the column 11, you seen it in there. And there's the 027 right there. And you go down, and like I said, you're going to find the 683. There you go. You check it off on the master sheet. Now, the reason you're checking it off on the master sheet, so you can see how the numbers are falling on the columns. All these numbers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 columns, these are 720 numbers. Cause all of them can go 6 different ways. That's 720 numbers. 720 numbers of the 1,000 to play that you're looking at a glance. That's why it's called PICK-3 at a glance. You don't have to do all those different rundowns and tic-tac-toes and all those things to find out how the numbers are flowing and how they're hitting. Okay? You just check it off. And then the doubles are the same way. Doubles are numbers that have 2 like numbers connected to them. These are the doubles. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But you got 9 doubles, and 1 is triples. And triples are always straight. No matter how you play them, they're going to come out like that. But the doubles, it rotates 3 different ways. Okay? If you go back and check my videos, I'll explain all this throughout in many other videos. Okay? So right here, you got 270 numbers. That makes that 990 numbers plus the 10 for the triples. That's your 1,000 numbers. And you got that 1 and 1,000 numbers. Okay? And that's your 1 and 1,000 odds. That will never change. The law of averages with these numbers rotating will never change. That's why it's best to track your numbers so you can see how the numbers are falling and rotating. Now, what happens here, When you're looking at this column here, you're not just looking at 10 numbers, you're looking at 60 numbers. That's why that is so powerful, because you're looking at 60 numbers. You're not just looking at 10 numbers when you look at that column. Same way each one of these columns, you're looking at 60 numbers. That way you can know what numbers are not playing or what numbers are playing when you check them off. Okay? So the way this works, by the law of averages, you checking the numbers. Now you could take this sheet, one sheet here, and this is a monthly sheet. It's for the month of June. I play a monthly sheet along with a yearly sheet. And when I check this off on the monthly sheet, I check it off on the yearly sheet. So at the end of the year, I can look at that one sheet and see what numbers haven't been played. And those numbers are the numbers I play and carry over until the next year. Because those are numbers you're going to look for. When you do hit, you know where to look for your numbers. You're not pulling numbers from out of the sky and out of the air and playing your dog's birthday, your mama's birthday, your sister's birthday, and brother's birthday, and all those different birthdays, and just making up numbers or playing your license plates and all that. You playing the numbers because you're actually seeing how the numbers rotate on this one sheet, because you didn't check them off, and you can move them over. Because the numbers, a number can take, out of these 1,000 numbers, you only got 365 days in a year. You can only get 365 of them. You still got almost 600 left, or 700 of them left. So you have to, for the numbers to rotate, and for you to know what numbers and how they're going, you have to take the numbers that's not from the previous year over, and it's going to get smaller and smaller. And as you watching the numbers, you'll start knowing what numbers to play as you hit. So this is the importance. This is powerful right here, because you can see the actual numbers. You don't have to worry about doing all those rundowns, because you're running down the actual numbers on this one sheet here. Okay, now the way I look at it, when you're hitting, which you'll start hitting, because you'll be, when you start tracking the numbers, it's not a lot of work to it, because you can make this one sheet on a simple printing paper, white sheet of paper, or in a book, anything. And just write these numbers: 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037, and the 001 for the double, 002, 003, 004, 005. Here's your triple zeros: 011, 022, 033, 044. That's all you're going to need. That's all your 1,000 numbers, okay? And all you're doing is the 1-1 rundown on all of them, and the 1-1 rundown on all of them, okay? And it ain't gonna take you an hour to do it, because all you have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 numbers to do a 1-1 rundown on, and all you got is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It'll take you about 30, 40 minutes to do that. And then once you do that, what I did, how I started this, I was doodling around and put this sheet together. Once I got one sheet dead, I went to the printer and had them print me out about 5 or 10 copies. And then I just started using the sheets. And then as you start tracking, believe me, you're going to start seeing how the numbers are falling. And then you're going to have confidence in the numbers that you're playing, because you're going to start seeing how the numbers are rotating. Now, nothing about the 1-1 rundown. You're going to need to go to my videos talking about flips and mirrors. The flips and mirrors are already in here. Lotto heads like myself, they know the flips and mirrors. For instance, let's say 015. The flip of it is 5560. All the flips and mirror for each number is already in here. 348. The flip of it, you go down, is 893. What it is, the flip of it is just the opposite number of each other. Okay, you got 1,000 numbers here, okay? You just cut them in half. Let's say you cut that 1,000 in half. And you start from triple zeros to 499. and from $4.99, $500 to $9.99. So the top flips the bottom and the bottom flips the top number. Okay, just like this 1, 2, 4. Okay, I think you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, this 1, 2, 4. The flip of that, you just go down. It's 6, 7, 8. It's just the other half of the 1,000 numbers. Just the opposite number. And they call it a flip, a mirror, or whatever. But it's just the other half of the other number. If you're playing this 6, 7, 9, the flip of it is going to be the 1, 2, 4. That's all. That's all that does. If you're playing 1, 2, 3, the flip of it is 6, 7, 8. It's just simple. I mean, they try to explain it so different, but I mean, it was really complicated for me until I just said, hey, and believe me, I was not good in math in school, but somehow I was able to put this together. I think I was blessed with this system. It's been very good to me. For one, by tracking the numbers, I wouldn't get off my numbers because I knew they were coming. Because I knew by the law of average, the number had to show up. Just like the guy with the cards. He knew by the law of averages that ace and that king had to show up. So he betted on that ace and the king, which is 21. Okay? Because ace can be 11 or 1. I mean, a 1 or 11. And king is 10. And this works the same principle. Once we run down and count the numbers through the law of rotation, you'll be able to place your bet. I play like $4 or $5 a day, maybe 3, because I get my certain numbers and I just play them till they come. And then when they come, the numbers that haven't came yet, I bet on them. I don't go pulling numbers out of the air unless I didn't check this PICK-3 at a glance sheet to see how the numbers are falling. Another good thing about this rundown, if you get a column that ain't failed in 4 months and you hit, you know where to go to get your numbers. You're not guessing. It takes an average. On the average, you hit and you playing numbers. It might take 3 months for your numbers to start hitting. And that's even if you know what you're playing on the sheet. Because, you know, all of it is maybe 99% luck. But this here, PICK-3, is teachable and doable. I can teach anybody this system. Because it's a simple system. We're just using their own numbers. PICK-4 I don't mess with. It's 1 in 10,000. I can't track 1 in 10,000. But we can track 1,000 numbers with this sheet. Because if we got a column that ain't failed in 5 months, and you can get that, we immediately know where to go get our numbers when we hit. And this is for all states. This system works for all states because all states' numbers rotate differently. All states' numbers rotate differently. So I can't tell. I'm across the river from Illinois. I can't say what number gonna fall in Illinois if I haven't used my system to track it. I can't tell you. Nobody can call me and say, Terry, what should I be playing in Illinois? By a quick pick, I don't know. I'm tracking Missouri. Now, if you want to ask me what to play in Missouri, I can tell you what to play in Missouri. Because my numbers in Missouri, and I said you look at my videos on my YouTube channel, right now is 160 for evenings, 076 for evenings, and 574 for evenings. That's my everyday carry number. Because for one reason, from my tracking, 160 ain't failed in 15 years on evenings. That's a high, I mean, I don't get too much out of that. And then another thing on evenings, that 160 didn't fall in any of the 6-way combinations in Missouri. Same way with the 076. It didn't fall any way in Missouri evenings last year. And it ain't failed in 15 years. Same way with the 574, same thing. It didn't fall in any combination last year, and it ain't failed in 15 years. Them numbers I'm carrying all the way into next year. They coming. It's just a matter of me make sure I'm playing and hit them. So that's just my three hot ones, and I've won since then. You go look at some of my other videos. I've won pretty. I do win on this pretty good. But them numbers I want to give to people from St. Louis. And you would have to do the same thing with yours. Just do the tracking. Find out what number. You don't have to go back 15 years. The most you would have to go, if you start now with this sheet here, if you don't want to do for every just June month, and you probably won't see that, if you take the sheet, do the 1-1 rundown, learn how, and go to January, just to January for right now. When I first started, I went back the year prior, and filled out one of these sheets for the whole year, just one of the sheets for the whole year. And I started seeing things. I started seeing how the numbers were rotating, how the columns wouldn't be hitting. And it don't take that long. I mean, it might take you like you're reading for a college exam for 1 minute, for a little bit. But once you see how the numbers are lining up and finding out columns ain't falling, you know where to pick your numbers from. You know where to pick your numbers from. You're not pulling numbers out of the air. Let me think. Making sure there's nothing I didn't miss. But that's pretty much self-explanatory. These numbers flip each other. It's a simple 1-1-1 rundown. I have a book that if you don't want, you can get the book if you and just screenshot that PICK-3 at a glance. And it's a book that I recommend. That's the only book I use, and it automatically has the 1-1 rundown done for you. And it's a $4 book, and it's called Professor's Hits. It's a $4 book. Professor's Hit. You can call 1-800-811-2151. And a lot of people gonna get this book with their system and do the rundown. And then again, 1-800-811-2151. And the way it works, okay, the number that came, that 368, all you got to do, go get that 368. I'm sorry. Yeah, that 368. Let me find it in the book. I should, next time I'll make sure I found it. Found the 368 in the book. Oh, I hope you can see it. Okay, this 3. Let me try to get it better here. Okay, I don't know if I can. 368. Okay, yeah, there it is. See it, 368. It does the rundown for you right there. You got a plus and a minus side. A minus and a plus side. But I do it. The numbers are going to be the same when you do the rundown to find that 027. Let's see. Hold on. Let me. Okay. Where's that? Okay. Yeah. The numbers are the same. Here it is. I'm gonna try. Okay. It's got to be easier way to do this. I'm new at this, y'all, so just bear with me. I'm trying to do this the best I can. Okay, there's the 368, okay? Now down here, I'm going to try to put my other finger on that other one. Down here is the 027, which is the base number. There it is, the 702. That's that base number, which I showed you. It's the 027 on the chart. All you got to do, that's where you're going to find your number at. You're going to find your number off that 027. That 027 in column 11 will never change. Those are the base numbers. They won't change, okay? So when you do the rundown, you'll see how it works. They in the book, they kind of just flip because it don't start with the two it starts with the 138 on top. Okay, so it comes out with a different number on top, but you'll see the base number in there. When you see the base number, that 702, you know it comes 6 different ways, and the base number for that is 027. As you do the rundowns, you'll see what I'm talking about. And if you need to, just call me. My number is 314-260-9801, and I can help you find it. It's very simple. Once you take this screenshot, if you just take the screenshot and write it down like I got it there, and then you can call me and we can track your numbers down. But if you don't have a tracking system, you just I would just say go and tell them, give you some quick picks, and try your luck that way. But it's been real good to me. I've been blessed long enough to live to share it, and that's why I'm here now, trying to share this system so people can increase their chances of winning PICK-3. And I'm very happy with it, and I'm willing to share what I have with everybody, especially with PICK-3, because it's teachable and doable. I can run the system down to you and won't be saying ya, he, and flip this one to flap that one and dodge that one to dodge this one and go up and go down. It's all self-explanatory. It's all 1,000 numbers and all there. And I have other tools that I do use with this, but this is my main tool. I discuss front pairs and back pairs pretty much, and I discuss the two pairs that haven't come together and one other deal, and I discuss how to catch the doubles. But it's all simple, it's all straightforward. So anybody, all I can say, if you're looking for something that gonna tell you what number gonna come the next day with a rundown, I ain't your guy. But I'm keeping it real, because I know what it's gonna take to win and win good. And it ain't gonna take you hitting every day or every other day or every week. It's gonna take a while. You gotta play them till they come and make that money, y'all. Go slow, get more. You see what I'm saying? So you set yourself on a budget like I do, $3, $4, $5, and you know your numbers that you're playing, because you know they got to fall by certain ways. You're gonna know it. They got to fall by law average, because you're playing for the law average. You're not playing to hit every day. You're playing letting the law average be your friend, and then you win. That's all I can say. So until next time, y'all, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all.